All right, we're going to break down Nvidia stock in this video. You guys know the drill. We'll run through the charts, my thoughts, what I'm looking to do. Am I buying more, selling? Am I holding my stock? And we'll go over some news that we just got around Nvidia. So hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe, guys. We're almost at 40,000 subs here on YouTube. And if you have not gotten up to 15 stocks yet from Moo, I don't know what you're doing, man. Check out that link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moo. Open up your account and fund it with at least $100, and boom, you get up to 15 stocks, and your uninvested cash for now will earn up to 8.1% APY, which is just a crazy deal, guys. So again, check out the link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moo. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So it's currently about 2:30 p.m. on the East Coast. And by the way, all of the indexes are moving all over the place. Pretty flat day so far. The S&P's down a little bit. Dow's up a little bit. The Russell's down a little bit. You know, one of those days. The Nasdaq's up 0.25%. Boo freaking who, right? And Nvidia stock, of course, which we're going to break down, is up around 1.5%. Looking pretty good here on the intraday chart. And we actually hit $114 per share in the pre-market. Pretty crazy there, guys, which, by the way, with that down move, we took out the lows from the pre-market. And, well, now we've recovered a good chunk, or not the lows from the pre-market, the lows from yesterday. And now we've recovered a good chunk here, actually making higher lows throughout the day. And now we're pushing to an intraday high at about $118, $119 per share. And on the 5-day, 5-minute, you guys can see we're now starting to gain some ground. Obviously, we're not fully breaking out yet, but we are seeing a pop out of the lows from the 30th of September, last day of September, which we hit about 117 in the pre-market. We then fell through that this morning, so that became resistance. Now we're breaking out of that resistance, which is good. And in the very short term, it's ideal for Nvidia to break this downtrend right here, which you guys can see if I draw it out. Boom, we're downtrending in the very short term. Obviously, long-term chart still looks really good, but here we've been making these lower highs, as I've illustrated on this 5-day, 5-minute. We got to get out of there, man. We got to get out of there. And if this thing successfully breaks out of, let's say, 120, we could start to fill this gap right here to $125, $126 per share. We actually hit 127, it looks like, about a week ago. Then if that were to break, all right, now we're talking maybe a full-on breakout for Nvidia stock. But we're not there quite yet, guys. We're not there quite yet. And here on the 20-day chart, you guys can see we're fighting to break back over the moving averages, which kind of goes back to what I said, with these lower highs. This is right where the moving averages are here on the 1-hour chart, right around 120, which I might as well set my alert there before I forget. If we're able to get out of there, guys, we can see a nice move. I think in the short term, back to the mid-high 120s. That's where this could be going, in my humble opinion here. So that's a quick breakdown on the charts in the very short term. Obviously, on the 4-hour, we're still very much in this downwards channel. We've covered this time and time again here on YouTube. So we got to get out of 120, 125, 130, this general $5, $10 window. Big resistance for Nvidia stock, and from there, I think we could end up breaking out to end off the year. Honestly, I'm still sticking to that. I think I posted on my Twitter or my threads. Either way, both of those are linked down below, by the way. I think I put a price target of $140 by the end of the year for Nvidia. I posted, a question asking you guys, what's your average price target for the end of the year? Somebody said 200, which I'm like, it's a little bit too stretched, guys. Somebody said 140 or 150 rather. I think anywhere from 130 to 150 by the end of this year is totally reasonable, totally in the cards, totally possible. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments. So OpenAI, let's talk a little bit about this, guys, which I'm by no means an expert when it comes to OpenAI, but this article here breaks down what is going on with OpenAI. They just closed funding at $157 billion of a valuation, which is nuts. We have Microsoft, of course, Nvidia, and SoftBank. They're joining the round here. Let's come down a little bit here. There's Sam Altman. That's him speaking during the Microsoft Build Conference back in May of 2024. Obviously, May 21st, I believe. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about this and see NVIDIA's involvement. It looks like here they plan to invest $1 billion in the round from a couple of these, big companies here. And let's come down a little bit and see NVIDIA's involvement. Obviously, OpenAI has ramped up their purchases of NVIDIA's GPUs, their graphics processing units, to train and run their large language models, their LLMs, and the company expects to lose, OpenAI, about $5 billion this year, according to this spokesperson here. And Microsoft has also invested billions of dollars in OpenAI and is a key partner as the software giant bolsters its Azure cloud business. And coming down here a little bit more, let's see. Earlier this year, OpenAI was valued at a reported $80 billion, up from $29 billion in 2023. And again, we just read the headline. Now it's $157 billion. And following the viral growth of ChatGPT, momentum has continued with new products for businesses and an expansion into AI-generated photos and videos, yada, yada, yada. And OpenAI now has 250 million weekly active users on ChatGPT, according to CFO Sarah Fryer. And there are also 11 million ChatGPT Plus subscribers and 1 million paying business users on ChatGPT. I'm a paying customer. I don't use it much, to be honest. Funny enough, my wife uses it way more than me. We have a membership. I forget, it's like $20 a month, whatever it is. So we're contributing to the business there, guys, to ChatGPT. But yeah, that's a quick little insight there on that. It looks like here in an interview with Italian Tech Week, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman said, "I think this will be hopefully a great transition for everyone involved, and I hope OpenAI will be stronger for it as we are all aware, or as we are all for our transitions, yada, yada, yada." Anything else here more about NVIDIA? Not seeing much here, but obviously NVIDIA is an investor in the company. They're backing it. OpenAI is buying a bunch of their GPUs. Obviously, that's powering OpenAI, ChatGPT, and it will continue to. That's the thing here, right? There's going to be a lot more business between the two, OpenAI and, of course, NVIDIA. So what do you guys think about that? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Are you excited about that? Do you think OpenAI is overvalued? It might be. Who the heck knows, right? It might be slightly overvalued. A lot of the time, these businesses that are raising money, they're trading at lofty valuations. It's just how it goes, right? And if they IPO at some point, do their own thing, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of companies that just go public, that just IPO in general, right? We're not talking about OpenAI here, but just in general, right, guys? Typically when companies IPO, they're trading at pretty sky-high valuations, and that's when a lot of the insiders, the early-on investors, they can actually dump out. Well, there is this thing called the lockup period, which actually prevents that from happening. Investors that are early on in the business, this prevents them from selling out for 3, 6, 9 months, depending on the deal, the IPO, the company. But yeah, I mean, look, an IPO, let's be honest, man, it is to get the early on investors to cash out big time. That's when people that were in the business early on, that's when they get their big payday. That's their big, you know, payday, whatever you want to call it, when the company IPOs. So yeah, I don't know how I got onto that tangent, but whatever. Little gem there for you guys. I'm sure all of you knew that already anyway. But yeah, what are your thoughts? Let me know down below in the comments. Run the likes up. Don't forget to join the email list if you want me to send you my top 3 stocks every single Monday for free. No spam, no BS, none of that. Just straight up stocks and charts right to your email. And check out the Patreon where I'm building out my private Patreon portfolio. Every single week I'm buying stocks, and you guys can see all the buys, all the moves, full transparency every single week, guys. That is linked down below. Check it out. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next video.